Hi, I'm Mark. This is my April review for Virgo Sun sign and Virgo rising. We start the month with the Sun making two positive aspects. The first is to Saturn in the 6th house, and the second is to the Moon's nose, particularly the Moon's North node in the 10th house of career and destiny. Both of these are very good for getting on well with authority figures, and with the North node it can be that you're in the right place at the right time and you can advance. That's also maybe a good time that you need to take some authority or some leadership on. With Saturn in the 6th, it's about reorganising your daily routines and your workflows so that they work well. Then on the 2nd, there's an aspect between Mercury and Pluto. Now Mercury's in the 7th house relationships and Pluto's in the 5th house of love. So it's time to look at relationships and see where you can make improvements. Things you might learn when you examine relationships can make them better and improve them. On the 3rd, Saturn makes a positive aspect to the North node in the 10th house. So this career and destiny thing is very much in focus to start with in this month. This will indicate that if you've had restrictions and limitations within your career or your destined path, that these will start to lift and ease now, and you can begin to set new challenges. You can begin to work forward and move forward in the right direction. Then on the 4th, there's an aspect between Venus and Mars. Mars is in your 10th house as well, so there's a chance again to make things better in your career. You might want to make the environment you work in much more pleasant with Venus, and you certainly would want to use your Mars energy to drive forward at this point. On the 6th, the Sun makes a conjunction with Ceres. Ceres is a planetoid between Mars and Jupiter, and she rules nurturing. So at this point, in the 8th house, you'll demand a lot of intimacy. You'll need to feel that intimacy, to feel nurtured. Also, you may feel protective over family and friends. Then on the 8th, there's a difficult aspect because Mars makes a square to Neptune. Neptune's in your 7th house, Mars is in the 10th house of career and destiny. So it may be difficult to move forward for these few days. This lasts for 4 days. You need to be aware that your energy won't be as strong and powerful, and that your mind won't be as clear either. There may be doubts coming into your mind, there may be some deceit around that you need to be careful about. So we'll all just hang back for a few days until the energy comes back in. On the 9th and 10th, Mercury makes 3 positive aspects, so you'll receive a boost in your mental faculties, and you'll be able to see things differently. You'll be able to see where things need to be changed or tweaked, or where there's an imbalance, and you can balance things up again. Also on the 10th, Venus makes a positive aspect to Jupiter. Jupiter's in your 6th house, so you may want to now improve your working conditions or your daily routine so that they are smoother and give you more joy, and also have a little bit of fun as well. Then on the 11th, the Mars energy comes flying back in because the Sun makes a positive aspect to Mars in that 10th house, and now you can really get on and do the tasks you should be. Also on that day, Venus makes a square to Pluto, so your emotions will be quite intense on that day, and just be careful that you don't get involved in any control issues within relationships. On the 12th, there's a new moon. The new moon's in Aries, so it's a moon of initiation. It's a moon of getting things started, motivating, mobilising, and using the power to drive yourself forward. Your moon's in the 8th house, so this means it's a moon of empowerment. It's a moon of self-development and self-mastery. Also, it's a moon that's very passionate and intense, so this is a good time to get more intimacy in your relationship. Then there's the financial side, because it's the 8th house. It's good for financial planning, for loans, mortgages, and consolidation. On the 14th and 15th, we have 2 very fortunate aspects. The first regards your daily routines and your work areas. The Sun makes positive aspect to Jupiter in the 6th house, so it's a good time to work with those routines and make them work for you. It's also a very fortunate aspect to have, and it's good really for just about everything. Then on the 15th, for 6 days, there's an aspect between Mars and Jupiter. Now this, Mars is in your 10th house career, Jupiter in the 6th house of work. So this again is very fortunate to you. You can make real progress under this transit. It's a lot of high energy and it's very fortunate. On the 16th, your plans may be put to the test as the Sun makes a square aspect to Pluto. But if they stand this test, then all is well. If they don't and it's challenged, then you may need to make radical changes very quickly. On the 17th, Mercury plugs into the Mars-Jupiter aspect we spoke about, so Mercury will add understanding and communication to what's going on there. Then Mercury makes a square to Pluto, so again that brings more information, more knowledge and learning about the situations that you're going through at this moment in time. On the 18th, your ruler Mercury comes together with the Sun, and this would normally be excellent for you, but unfortunately they're both at 29 degrees Aries, and when a planet is at 29 degrees, its energy is weakened considerably. So it's not a good time for communication, not a good time for planning or making important decisions. Put that off until the 20th, when they both move into Taurus, your fellow Earth sign, and this will be a lot better for you. Then on the 22nd, Venus, who's now also in Taurus, makes a conjunction with Uranus, and this is the first of 3 conjunctions over the next couple of weeks, and so you can expect the unexpected, because Uranus is the planet of sudden change. But if all is going well, if you're on track and you're on the right path, then all will be fine. This will be exciting times with new and vibrant experiences coming in. It's only if you're off track, if you haven't made any changes and you're just going down the same old path, then you expect some sudden changes, maybe some events happening that will force change. Uranus is like this. If you don't work with Uranus, then he will stand up and work against you. With Venus, there could be some exciting new experiences. Venus is about desire, so there could be new people coming into your life, and also there could be a change in your beliefs about people, because this is happening in your 9th house. But also ultimately the 9th house is about growth, so this is what we want to see. We want to see growth. On the 24th, Mercury makes the same conjunction, and again there could be some exciting ideas coming through from Mercury. There could be some creative ideas coming through, maybe writing or learning things, and what you learn at this time could stand you in good stead in the future. There's only one negative thing on that day. Venus makes a square to Saturn, so it's not always easy to communicate with this, and there may be some difficulties with especially communicating with authority figures. Also on the 24th, there's an important aspect between Chiron and the Moon's nodes. Now the Moon's nodes are our past and our future. This is a time when we need to bring these together. We've been through difficult times with the pandemic over the last year or so, and it's time now with Chiron's help to heal some of the wounds that have been created on a collective level as well as on a personal level. Now collectively we need to use the initiating power of Aries, Chiron in Aries, to get things going, to get things motivated again, and to learn from the past experiences, and to use that knowledge to go forward in the future. On a personal level, the nodes are in your 4th and 10th house, so there may have been a wound connected to work or your career or your destined path. And also with the 4th house, there could have been a wound surrounding the family or the home, so these need to be worked on now, and this aspect lasts till the end of the month, so there's time to work with this energy and use it to help heal the wounds that we've experienced. On the 25th, your ruler Mercury comes together with Venus, and this is in Taurus, Venus's sign, so this would be very good normally, but because they both make a square to Saturn, there'll be a heavy feeling around. There'll be feelings of duty and responsibility that will curtail the fun on that day. Then on the 27th, there's also a bit of a dilemma, because you have a full moon in Scorpio, which is very intense. It's about truth and transformation, and it requires great intimacy and depth of feeling. But it's in your third house, the house of the mind. And the third house full moon wants you to complete the tasks of the mind. All the errands you need to run, or the paperwork you need to do, that needs to be completed. So there's a little bit of a dilemma there. Also, you've been having some fun over the last few weeks, so it's time to get these tasks completed, and then you can have fun again. On the 29th, Mercury makes a conjunction to the Black Moon Lilith in your 9th house. Now, you need to be careful what you say. Obviously you have certain beliefs and you're free to express these beliefs, but if you get a little bit obsessed, which you can do with this aspect, then you may be shouting out about things that other people may get upset about. So just be a little bit wary of that. Then on the 30th, the Sun makes that third contact with Uranus we're speaking about, and the conjunction here could bring a lot of changes forth. If you've been a little bit stayed and you've not moved forward enough, then you will get a kick from Uranus and a nudge to make some changes. If you've already made changes and you're on track, then this will be an exciting time when you can try new experiences and meet new people and learn and discover new things as well. And these things will stand you in good stead for the future. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. If you'd like to leave me a comment, I'll be glad to hear from you.